There is a certain satisfaction in watching those who abuse their power get taken down a peg by the very people they thought they could control. Like this first case where a citizen refused to be bullied by a cop who tries to push his authority too far.
Suspicious vehicle, okay? Someone passed her by or whomever called said it was a white vehicle sitting along the power lines.
I'm sitting on the power lines or sitting on a public street.
What's that?
I'm sitting on a public street minding my business. That's all I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, well, we got a call for a suspicious vehicle. We're just checking on said vehicle. Are you the owner of the car, sir?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer any questions. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Can I get a badge number?
It's 37.
And his name?
Sergeant Brian Gilmore.
Brian Gilmore. Okay.
Would you like to speak to him as well?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I just want to mind my business, man. People drive by here, see me parked here doing nothing wrong.
Fifth Amendment right, not talk to us.
Yes, because I'm not doing anything illegal, right? Literally just parked in a public street. That's right.
Okay, well.
Just because somebody called in a suspicious car doesn't mean you're doing anything illegal. Did they specifically identify something illegal that I was doing? Was I trespassing?
At this point, the reason we're requesting the identification is number one, we identify everybody we talk to. It's part of our routine.
Here's some crucial background. People are typically free to refuse to answer questions without facing immediate jail time under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution. It seems like our officials here have forgotten everything about that. If people saw my channel, perhaps they would have a better understanding of effective law enforcement practices.
It's accepted, and it's something that's been approved by the Supreme Court,
the United
States Supreme Court.
It's not been approved by any Supreme Court.
Okay, all right. Well,
unless you have reasonable,
disagree all you want, but just because you think so doesn't mean
unless you have reasonable suspicion of a crime.
Okay, well,
I don't have to provide any ID, sir.
But you're on one of our streets in our town, and in order for you to leave, you're going to have to be legally able to drive.
Who pays for these streets, sir?
Excuse me?
Who pays for the street?
Upper Chichester Township.
The township, right? The people. It's a taxpayer-funded street, right? And that means I can park here. I can travel through here also. I can stop on the streets. It's not illegal for me to do that. In your investigation, what have you concluded that I've done that's illegal?
That I have somebody that's refusing to provide identification.
And that's not illegal. Am I under arrest? Sir.
Under the vehicle code?
Am I under arrest?
Huh? You may be, and we'll have to find that out.
So are you threatening me with arrest?
Am I threatening you? No, I am not threatening you.
This individual must have dealt with self-proclaimed know-it-alls previously too.
Sir, well, conduct your job. I'm not providing any ID because I didn't commit any crimes.
You don't need to commit a crime for us to ask you to provide ID, sir.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need RAS. Without RAS, there's no probable cause. Is that illegal? Can you just come here and identify me?
They didn't say you were a pink flamingo either, so
well, that's fine, but I'm not providing any ID. Where do we go from here? I didn't do anything illegal. Are you threatening me with arrest?
I'm telling you that you need to provide identification.
I'm not providing any investigation.
You are required.
Do your investigation. Go and talk to the person who called and find out what I did that was illegal. Talk to them. Do your investigation. Do a thorough investigation. You just don't come here and talk to me. Talk to them, see what I did. Because they called, so talk to them. I didn't do anything wrong. You're not going to force me to identify. But do an investigation to see if I did anything wrong.
And in the state of Pennsylvania, if you're operating a motor vehicle, which is what you're doing.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
You absolutely are.
I'm parked on a public street.
You're in command and control of the vehicle.
I'm parked on a public street.
If you were under the influence of alcohol or another drug, I could arrest you for DUI, but you're not.
I'm parked on a public street.
Okay.
Good. That's what I'm doing here. I'm parked on a public street. Doing nothing illegal. You're not providing me the case number?
That's correct.
Okay, well then you're not getting any ID.
Okay.
What's the next step?
You'll probably get a citation for failure to provide driver's license.
Sergeant Gilmore, finally realizing how silly his actions were, decided to do this.
Can you call the dispatcher and give me this incident number? I'd like to document this.
You can stop at our police station and grab the incident number.
So you're not providing incident number?
I don't have an incident number until I go back and do the report. I can't just pull one out of thin air.
I applaud this man for being aware of his rights and refusing to be exploited.
I'm not going to be surprised. I'm sorry. Sure. Hey, can I come in there? Hey, do you mind giving me incident number, please?
Yep.
That's all I wanted.
Last name's Clapp, badge number's 44.
Thank you, Clapp.
Hey, have a good one.
I just want an incident number. Literally, that's all.
We don't generate an incident number until it clears. All right.
Until it clears what? Like the call?
The radio system, yep.
So you're about to clear it, I would assume?
You can get it tomorrow, okay?
Fortunately, not all police officers are naive, and he locates another one who has the common sense to provide him with the incident number he needs. If you're bad-mouthing the last cops, wait till you see how a journalist was pushed to the ground and handcuffed while covering a news conference.
Oh my God. You guys, this is bad. Stop.
February 8th, 2023, a journalist was broadcasting a news conference about a train derailment in Ohio. Two state highway patrol troopers and the Ohio National Guard's Major General John Harris asked Lambert to stop his live reporting, and that's when an argument started. Major Harris argued that Lambert was being loud and disruptive, but what right does he have to boss and threaten him around?
You were told to shut it down, you continued on. Go.
Now.
Go. Now. Or you can go to jail.
Sir.
You want to go to jail for criminal trespassing?
Do
you want to go to jail for criminal trespassing? Do you understand?
You know how quickly our lawyers will get me out?
I don't care.
Sir, can we
I don't care.
Let's talk outside.
Go.
Let's talk outside.
Come out the door. Out the door. Out the door.
By other media right here. I'm going to listen.
I don't care.
It's my
You're going to
job.
walk out the door.
I'm going to listen.
You're going to walk out the door.
Do not touch me.
Come on out, sir.
You're going to walk out the door, or you're going to jail.
Do not touch me.
Sir, can we talk outside,
I
please?
am trying to
Talk
listen.
outside, please.
And he escalated with me. I am doing my job. This is covered by the First Amendment.
Excuse me, sir. I'm the building supervisor here. Please leave.
There you have it.
You're going to stand outside.
You are
Or you're going to jail.
Let's go. Let's
go. Come on, out. Out. Out the door. Out the door. Yeah, you're under arrest. Under arrest.
The journalist was in his right to do his job. He didn't do anything to warrant the treatment he got next.
Oh my God. You guys, this is bad. Stop.
I am on the ground. What are you trying to do?
Stop resisting. Stop
You are
this.
under arrest.
Oh my God. Stop. You want to get this. I will. This is so bad.
Put your leg on your back. Lay
This is
flat.
bad.
Lay flat, please.
You guys, he's a national correspondent. You cannot do this.
I'm a reporter with News Nation. It's all being recorded right now.
I hope it is.
This is
Excessive
horrible.
force because you can't talk to people about doing their jobs.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this.
What's that?
This is horrible.
This is what it's like to be a black reporter in 2023.
Evan, I'm so sorry. Evan, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sia.
Pull over, sir.
Lambert was thrown to the ground and handcuffed. Does a major have that much authority? Afterwards, the reporter's manager came to clarify his case.
Or disrespect or anything. We've been waiting for, we were up there, we had a live shot scheduled to report on it at 5:15. Okay. That's locked in stone. So, coincidence of all coincidence, the governor literally walks out at 5:15. It's the worst possible timing in the world, okay? But there's nothing that we can do about that. He's committed to doing his live shot. He's got people talking to him.
The reason why he is where he is, he was told to leave. He refused to leave.
Okay.
Then the building superintendent comes over and says, I don't want you here.
Okay.
He still refused to leave.
I didn't
so now
witness
he's
it.
arrested.
I didn't witness any of
That's his own fault he's arrested. All he had to do was pipe up.
I didn't.
And he just kept on arguing with
All
us.
I'm telling you is, from the television standpoint of
I understand what
it's
you're
just-
trying to do.
it's
I understand
television.
you guys have a
It's
job
just-
to do.
Yeah.
But when he's told to leave
understand.
by law enforcement, and does not,
I can't speak to that.
that's an
But
issue.
what I thought I might just be able to give you some insight on
I understand.
If you look at it from the broadcaster's side, the reporter did nothing wrong. He was just following orders, and he knew he was following the Constitution as well. Governor DeWine did not know that the reporter was making this request, nor did he ask that the reporter cease his live broadcast, according to his office. We are unable to comment on the circumstances leading up to the reporter's arrest because the governor was not present when the broadcast concluded. All charges on the journalist were dropped after the news broke of his arrest. This last case had one arrogant major who got battered by the public's opinions, but this next one had a female cop that was beyond dumb.
That's not my problem.
I don't want to take you to jail, but also, I'm doing my
You
job.
clearly do.
An angry female cop approached an unidentified person who was just strolling about Jacksonville.
Is there a reason I'm doing a job? Yeah, to make money.
Okay, people have just been calling, just thinking it's kind of weird.
It's journalism. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it's protected under the First Amendment, so
I'm not saying you're not.
sorry about that.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, right now.
For what? For which crime?
So I'm further investigating why
What crime? That's not a crime. Walking around isn't a crime. You have to articulate a crime before you can detain me. Supervisor. Yep. You can't detain just anyone. You have to articulate a crime. You're incorrect. Get your supervisor and let's find out.
He's probably the type to run from real challenges, opting instead to pick on innocent civilians over the most trivial matters.
So you are failure. You're not identifying yourself. You're refusing.
What crime have I committed?
So at the end of the day, if law
it's not the end. It's the beginning.
Listen to me for a sec. So if law enforcement requests your identification, right? Your name, your date of birth, your ID card, your driver's license number, you are obligated to give that to law enforcement.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Not unless you can articulate a crime.
So I can articulate that this
walking around is not suspicious. Isn't a crime.
Okay, but it is something we have to investigate.
It's not a crime, so I don't have to comply with anything. I don't have to help you in your investigation.
Okay. Well, I am asking you to identify yourself. You are refusing.
Haven't committed a crime.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. No, I do not.
Okay.
Hello, sir. How
Name and badge number, please.
My name's Corporal Tim Bureau. My officer number is 674.
Thank you.
Jackson Police Department.
Thank you.
You live around here?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay. Well, you have a nice day then, okay?
Thank you. Am I free to go?
Yeah, you've been free to go this whole time.
She told me I've been detained.
Oh, okay.
Twice now. So I'm detained?
Well, you want a supervisor?
Am I detained?
I'm trying to identify you.
That's not happening. Am I detained?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm trying to identify
That's not my problem. I don't have to further your investigation for you. That's your job.
Knowing fully well that she could not lawfully hold him, she attempted to sidestep the subject at hand. In the meantime, another officer, maybe sensing the absurdity of the situation, signaled to our buddy that he might go.
Apparently, you have no idea how it works. You can't walk up to a citizen not committing a crime and demand ID. That's not how this works.
Okay. So you know the law more than
I do, actually. It turns out that I do. Obviously, I'm a journalist.
Well, how is that obvious?
I'm gathering content for a story. Who else does that? Do mechanics do that? Excuse me?
I said everybody with a cell phone isn't a journalist.
If they choose to be, they are. It's in the Constitution.
Okay. Cell phones make you a journalist?
If that's what you choose to do, yeah.
Okay.
This arrogant cop thought he was being clever, but anybody may videotape on public land without facing legal repercussions because of the First Amendment. This friend of ours maintains his position and strikes their ego really hard. These police officers' ignorance of the rules they're tasked with enforcing is quite disgraceful.
We're not in court, sir.
We can be very easily.
I would like to avoid that.
I would rather not, because this is going to keep happening until you guys are taught a lesson.
What's that, sir?
That you can't bully people into giving ID when you don't suspect a crime.
Sir, nobody is trying to bully you into anything.
She just told me she could take me to jail if I don't give her my ID.
What she's trying to make sure you understand is when law enforcement are investigating something.
They can investigate whatever you want. You have to suspect me of a crime.
Is this where our taxes go these days? Truly despicable.
Right now you're detained.
Okay. For what crime do you suspect me of?
Because she's following up on investigation.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Suspicious activity.
It's not. So suspicion is a crime.
Are you going to give her your name and information?
No.
Okay. Turn off the chains back.
Okay.
This man here was wrongfully detained, arrested, and later charged with resisting a public safety officer and obstructing an investigation. And now an innocent guy who was simply out on a walk has to deal with a criminal record for the rest of his life. If you thought cops behave like the street, you'd be surprised to know that you'll find them at the police stations too.
Yeah, sir, I have paperwork to turn in. Don't walk away from me.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Sir, you're a public servant. I'm telling you.
This auditor filed a complaint about their heedless activities at the Maryland Capitol Police Headquarters in Annapolis. This is an authorized and legitimate activity. However, he is taken aback by what he discovers as soon as he enters the building.
Yep. So I was here a couple weeks ago, and I turned this in, and it wasn't,
Hold on. Let me get a police officer for you.
Okay.
Have a seat right there. What's your name?
I'd rather not give that.
The name is on your complaint, right?
No, it's not.
You'd rather not give your name for the officer to come out here and address you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I checked, so there's no sergeant around.
Okay. So what's that supposed to mean? I'm just not allowed to turn in my complaint now?
It's not that you're not allowed to turn in your complaint. There's no one to accept it from you.
Okay, well, we're during business hours on a Tuesday afternoon, ma'am.
Well, this is session. Maryland General Assembly is in session right now.
Right down the street.
A lot of the officers are out on patrol.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to call one over here to do their job, ma'am.
Well,
you
don't talk to me like that. I'm not a police officer.
Okay.
I'm trying to assist you.
I'm not talking to you like anything. I'm just saying you're gonna have to call a police officer down here. You can't deny me a public services,
I'm not
ma'am.
denying you anything.
Well, you're telling me there's no sergeant to come down here and do the job.
Sit there and
I'll sit over here and ring the doorbell then. How about that? So what you're saying is there is a sergeant here. Oh yeah. Let's explain a big lie before you come out here, because you just told me there's no sergeant here. So how are you speaking to a sergeant? How are you speaking to a sergeant then, ma'am? How are you speaking to a sergeant if there's not one here? You want to answer that question? How are you speaking to a sergeant if there's not a sergeant here?
Hi, sir.
Hi, who are you, ma'am?
I'm Sergeant Alexander.
Sergeant Alexander, can you tell me why this lady just lied to me and said there's no sergeant here in the building?
What is it that you need?
Can you tell me, the first thing I need is you to tell me why she just lied to me and told me there's no sergeant in the building.
Okay, well, I said that could handle your issues.
No, you said there's no sergeant here.
No, I said that could handle
Ma'am, it's all on videotape. If you want to sit down and go over it, we can sit down and go over it and you can see where you're wrong.
The receptionist immediately puts up unwarranted opposition to the auditor. She doesn't even know who he is or what he wants, yet she still behaves so badly. It begs the question of how awful the rest of her squad is.
And regardless, it's during business hours on a business day. There has to be somebody to accept this. So then why did she say he wasn't here? Why did she say he wasn't here then? What is the issue? I'm trying to turn in paperwork. I don't know why the lady that came out there who was originally going to help me came out and said, oh, there's no sergeant here to help you, and just shook her, so. Okay. So what is that supposed to mean? Well, I'm just saying they're all on legislation, so.
We were.
Okay, so what is that? You got down here pretty quick, didn't you?
There's another door.
You got down here pretty quick for being in legislation, aren't you?
Do you have a problem?
You see how quick, I do have a problem. You see how quick you got down here when you thought that I was causing a disturbance or when someone cried to call you down here, but nobody could come down here to help me 2 seconds ago. Yeah, sir, I have paperwork to turn in. Don't walk away from me.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Sir, you're a public servant. I'm telling you.
No, you're not telling me.
I'm telling you.
Do you want to get arrested again?
Sir, I'm doing, sir, this is legal.
Give me the papers.
Yeah, it's going to be date, stamp, and a copy to return to me.
I have a date stamp.
Well, that's how it's done, sir. That's the official way it's done. You can't change protocol. You can't change protocol just because you don't want to deal with me, sir.
I do want to deal with you.
Okay, then please, I need these stamped, copied, and returned to me. I need a date stamp. You guys have that.
Where?
Back in the office, sir.
We're the only one.
Every police station has that.
Can I see what you're talking about?
No, you can get a date thing and you can come out here and then you can stamp my paperwork.
One of two ways. You either cooperate
Well,
with
no,
me.
sir, there's only one way this gets handled.
You're either going to cooperate with me.
Sir, there's a
or you're gonna walk away.
Sir, there's a legal way of doing this. Okay, so then why is it that I'm asking them to simply stamp it, sir? I'm asking them to
Stamp it as received.
At last, an officer recognizes the existence of a received stamp. I'm not sure why, but this person is able to recognize it and take care of it for him.
Ma'am, I'm doing legal business.
Come with me.
I was told by the commissioner that I could do this. This is legal business. I have legal business. No, ma'am, this is legal business. I'm in a public lobby.
I'm going to be here and I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Outside because you're disturbing.
I'm not disturbing anything, ma'am.
You're disturbing.
No, I'm not, ma'am. I'm asking them to do their job. They're disturbing it by refusing me services, ma'am.
What do you need?
I need these stamped and returned to me.
Simply see how she is pushing the cops aside to make room for herself. She is obviously angry that she has to help this person and deal with him. She's totally engulfed in corruption.
I need these done properly. I'm not interfering with the flow of business. They're refusing to do it.
Hey, I want 2 sergeants here and a lieutenant. That's it. Everyone else can go.
What's up, Barnes? How you doing, buddy?
You doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing? Good. I'm hanging in there, buddy. I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to fill out complaints for what happened that day, but they're being ignorant about it. So why is it they can't come down here pretty quick to try and help me? Because you came in here huffing and puffing, sir. You threatened 3 times. You threatened 3 times to arrest me. You said you can leave or you're going to be arrested. So that's how I thought you were going to arrest me because you said it, sir. It came out of your mouth. That's why I thought that.
You might want to look at your camera.
I have it.
You might want to look at that.
You might want to look at it.
All right, that's enough.
Get him out of here.
Go on.
Get him out of here.
I'm waiting for my paperwork, sir.
Go outside with
No, sir. This is a public lobby.
Michael Wilson, the head of police, arrives on the scene. Watch how naive he is about the auditor while he conducts a legitimate audit. He just can't seem to get that it's permissible to file a complaint against a public official.
Business, sir.
You have been told 3 times not to
and
come.
I'm waiting
Listen,
for
look at me.
And I've been told by the commissioner that if I have legal business, I can come in this office, sir.
You have been told 3 times not to trespass
I'm
into
not
this building
I'm doing
because
legal
you create
business.
a problem when
I'm
you're
doing
here.
legal business,
now
sir.
I'm telling you to leave the building.
I'm doing legal business,
If you don't
sir.
leave the building, you're going to get arrested
I'm doing legal
and
business,
again,
sir.
and again.
I'm doing
you're
legal
not
business,
to come back
sir.
here.
I'm doing
It's
legal
not
business,
legal
sir. It is, sir.
Get out or get locked up.
I have a right.
Lock him up.
Sir, I have a right to file
You're under
grievances.
arrest for trespassing.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Rebecca, can you just please give me my paperwork so I can leave?
It's too late for that.
Sir, Rebecca, what is going on out here?
You're under arrest for trespassing.
I'm not, sir. I'm doing legal business.
You've been told to
I'm waiting for my paperwork so I can leave. Ma'am, please. That's all I'm waiting for so I can leave. Sir, I'm going to come back here. I have a right to file these complaints, sir. Yeah, my cell phone. No. My keys, my cell phone, my wallet. I don't understand why I'm being arrested. I literally, okay. Sir, I was told that if I had legal business, sir, I have a legal right to be here if I'm filing a grievance, sir. I'm filing a grievance, sir. Sir, I'm filing a grievance. I'm allowed here. Sir, this is a violation of 18 Code US 242. It's a deprivation of public services. I have a right to file grievances with my government, sir. I was told by the commissioner when he arrested me unlawfully out here last time and lied upon me, and I was taking the commissioner. I asked them, well, how is it that I can come back here to do this? Because I need, and they said you are allowed back there if you have legal and lawful business. They told me that filing this complaint is legal and lawful business. So how is it that I'm being trespassed, or how is it I'm being arrested for trespassing if I have a complaint that I filled out and filed?
Your initial time that you came in, you were trying to get an investigation started.
I was trying to find out why my tags have been taken off my car.
I got you.
And that's when I was arrested down here.
Is this the second time you've filled out this paperwork? Who'd you fill it out on the first time?
You can see both of them right there. No, not the same thing. No, they're for different incidents, different days, different incidents. I filled out different incident forms for different days. I didn't want to put 5 incidents on one thing, you know what I mean? So that's why, yeah.
So the first one was for the tags and all that.
And if you thought the last cops were aggressive, wait till you see this next one who just wanted to attack innocent civilians.
I am in the city of Waterbury, Connecticut, and we're going to perform a First Amendment audit on the Waterbury police station. See if they respect our right to film. It's funny if they're not going to be happy with us filming, because they're sure as hell filming us. So, officer coming out right there. That's pretty good, no issue so far.
As we can observe, he's peacefully filming on public property and not harming or interfering with anyone's business. But of course, the corrupt cops always feel threatened.
What are you taping?
Just getting footage.
Oh, it's like just of the building? Or
yeah.
Any specific reason?
Just getting content for a story.
What kind of story?
Well, it's not published yet, so I'm not going to divulge what it is. What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Frank Leon.
Thank you. What's your badge number?
738.
Thank you.
Okay, you got ID on you?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. We need ID. We need ID.
For a First Amendment protected activity?
Well, it's actually a security issue.
Security issue?
Yeah, you're videotaping the police station.
I'm a journalist getting content for a story.
Which is fine. So you have no problem then giving us
Why would I have to give you my ID for performing a legal activity?
How do we know it's legal?
I'm on a public sidewalk.
How do we know you're not planning on blowing up the building? Shooting up
I mean, I have no ill will, if that's what you're asking.
What's always a shock is how little these cops often know about their own statute of laws, leaving it on the citizens to school them about First Amendment activities.
That's the beauty of the Constitution. You don't need to know that, right? I'm filming in a public...
Okay, and we're legally asking you for your ID.
And that's a lawful order?
That is a lawful order.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay, well, I'm not going to provide my ID.
Okay.
There's no reason I haven't performed any illegal act. I'm on a public sidewalk, as you can see.
Yes, filming the police department.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be secure. We don't want people coming here and
This is
shooting
a
the place
public
up.
building.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that and there is very public.
It's a
secure
building.
building.
We own this building.
It's not a public building.
This is not a public building?
You can't go in and walk around.
In the lobby? In the lobby?
Yeah, in the lobby.
Yeah.
You're allowed in the
This is a
lobby.
public building. I'm filming from the outside on a public space.
You're not allowed to videotape the police station.
You most certainly can. You sure about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I am.
You're sure about that as well?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to provide my ID. I haven't performed any illegal activity. Can you articulate a crime I've committed, or?
Reasonable suspicion.
Of what crime?
I don't know if you're about to blow up the building, if you're setting plans.
Well, can you articulate a crime I've committed?
You're videotaping secure areas of the police.
That's not a crime. So I'm going to need you to let me know what crime I've committed.
Reasonable suspicion. You do not have to commit a crime.
Okay, am I being detained right now, or am I free to go?
Yes.
Okay, under what suspicion of what crime?
Reasonable suspicion. I don't know.
Are you sure about this?
I'm positive.
Okay.
So this is going to go one of
I would ask for a supervisor to come out at this point because. Okay. Well,
provide identification or not?
I'm not providing any identification. I've done nothing wrong.
Your back, you're being detained.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna hold the camera.
Just like that, for simply inquiring about the specific law that he was breaking, he straight away gets detained for reasons that are wholly unconstitutional, since the auditor wasn't getting in any officer's way. What's interesting is that today, these cops would still defend their actions. There is no law that prohibits you from filming a police department. It only alters into a crime when you're impeding or getting in the way of officers going about their duties. This makes the officers guilty for falsely charging the auditor with interfering with an officer. Connecticut Statute 53-167A. These so-called cops are meant to be fully aware of the law. Just like the last case, take a look at how little this next cop knows about the Constitution.
You're threatening to take me to jail. And so I shouldn't be getting upset?
I don't call it a threat, sir.
No, it's a threat. That is a threat.
This is Texas police officer Scott Harrell, who on April 19th approached Christopher Schull at a gas pump, accusing him of speeding through the parking lot at Buc-ee's in Texas City.
I don't think I did anything wrong. I just came over to get gas.
You were speeding and you cut through parking spaces. You know you can't do that.
Interest will be confirmed on Robert. I didn't think I was doing anything, man.
You
all
looked
I'm
around.
doing is coming to get gas.
Yep. Oh, are we gonna go back and forth, or are you just gonna?
You asked me the question. You want me to answer it or not? I'm not.
Okay.
Christopher's calm demeanor and compliant attitude was not enough Officer Harrell, who clearly wanted this interaction to escalate.
If anything, I thought I was going even slower than normal.
No, sir.
Normally people don't even park where you park, and that's the direct path to the gas pumps.
Through the parking spaces is the direct.
I do realize that. I know that there's parking spaces there.
And you almost hit that car that was turning right there. I was watching, man. As soon as you cut in front of me like that, I was like looking and I watched it happen. So
I come here every day. There's almost never, ever anybody. You were sitting there this morning. Now, last week for about 3 days, someone was parking there. But if I come here 365 days a year, which I do, there's someone sitting there maybe 10 times. So there's never, ever a car there. So yeah, I go through there because it's the straight path from the entryway to here, which is what you're going to see everybody else do it.
Christopher knew the area like the back of his hand. He was a local, so there was really no need for him to speed or take a route that would land him in trouble with the cops.
I come here every day, dude. I send pictures of my wife, the price of the gas here every day when I come through.
Okay, look.
So anyway.
Here's the deal, man. Okay, I'm not going to go back and forth and all that. I'm not going to write you tickets, but the only reason I'm not writing you tickets is because I'm out of tickets right now. Okay, otherwise you would be receiving a citation.
For what? What did the citation? I'm just curious.
Disregarding traffic control device.
Said he'd already handed out all his tickets for the day to anyone he could find, whether they deserved it or not.
Nobody likes it, okay? But you know you did wrong. You know you're not supposed to cut through the parking lot. And instead of being like, oh yeah, I messed up, sorry, it won't happen again, you want to sit here and go back and forth with me. Right?
There's a lot better things than this to be doing for you.
The cop was totally over the top, expecting the driver to admit fault and apologize when he could have just been cool about it. Like Christopher pointed out, instead of wasting time arguing, he could have been out catching real criminals. What the cop said next makes you wonder if freedom of speech is only for the big shots.
You're right, I was working on a report.
You can be over here, and there's people right now running 90 miles an hour on the thing.
You want to go to jail?
So
you want to go to jail? You could go to jail for this.
You can do what you want to do. I can't stop.
I don't want to take you to jail.
No.
That is definitely a waste of my time. Okay, but the attitude is not necessary.
I agree.
And props to Christopher for standing his ground against that cop who was threatening him with jail over basically nothing. It takes guts to stand up to that kind of intimidation.
I have a camera on. I can't be rude to you.
Okay. All right.
I will get in trouble. You go file a complaint. Based on my behavior, they will decide whether or not to get me in trouble. Write me up.
I'm not worried about that. We're good, man.
Okay. All right, well, I'll make sure that I'm there all the time. If I see it happen again, then...
Okay.
Just as he was about to depart, Christopher gets pulled back in yet another game of cat and mouse this officer seemed to be playing.
On this parking lot like that.
I could also take you to jail for Class B reckless driving.
Okay.
Or Class A reckless driving. Because you did almost hit that car.
I didn't almost hit anybody. I was nowhere near. There's cameras everywhere. You can do what you want to do, Harold. I can't stop you. If you want to be this way, then that's up to you. I'm trying to be reasonable.
Officer Harrell's statement that he could take Christopher to jail for reckless driving seems excessive. His role is to enforce the law, not to arbitrarily threaten citizens with arrest based on assumptions.
You're the only one who's getting upset.
I'm upset because I think this is ridiculous. I think this whole thing is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
What do you think is ridiculous?
That we're even talking about nothing happened. And here we are talking, and you're threatening to take me to jail.
No,
and so I shouldn't be getting upset?
I don't call it a threat, sir.
No, it's a threat. That is a threat.
Christopher's frustration is relatable. Threats of arrest can rile anyone up, especially when they feel unjustified. Christopher was not buying the cops' threats, calling them out for what they were.
You're threatening me under color of law now to take something on private property, which I don't believe you even have the authority to do.
It's a dictionary term, sir.
Okay.
It comes from black law.
No, it's not. It's a Class A misdemeanor for you to threaten to arrest me over something that you know is not really true. But that's okay.
What's the penal code on that, sir?
Trust me. That's okay.
Trust you.
Okay. We're good.
Trust you.
We're good.
I don't feel like we are. I feel like this is a problem.
How is it a problem?
I feel like you're going to continue to commit these behaviors that are unsafe and put people at risk.
The cops trying to pin something on Christopher for what he might do in the future is just ridiculous. Imagine if we started arresting folks for things they haven't even done yet. That's just not right, plain and simple.
So
you don't feel like you did anything wrong.
Something that's possible they may do in the future. So now we're playing Jean-Claude Van Damme future cop, and you need to stop me from something I may do in the future. That's now your position. You're feeling like you should take action because maybe sometime in the future I might possibly continue to do something? Come on.
That excuse the cop gave for harassing someone was pretty lame, but what happened next really showed how powerless Officer Harrell was.
17 Wayside Drive, 2 males, one is in the car with a gray shirt and a white undershirt with camo pants, black hat. The other male's in the blue shoulder with black shirt, black blue fitting pants, just kicked in the front door.
We'll do this a different way then.
I have an injury on my left arm.
Would you like 2 sets of handcuffs?
No, my head hurts.
Okay, we can do 2
There's a big
sets of
scar
handcuffs.
right there, God.
I know, we can do 2 sets of handcuffs. Well, sir, I'm concerned that you're going to continue to do this unsafe behavior. So,
even after successfully detaining Christopher, Officer Harrell's insecure ego made him play out this little good cop routine.
okay, but I mean, you wanted to sit here and argue with me about what I observed with my own eyes. Okay, I'll go get a copy of the video.
I didn't think we were close, Harold, at all. I didn't
Not
think I was
me.
supposed
You
to
didn't
even
hit.
No, you're talking about the white truck.
Vehicle. Yes, you even know what truck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't think we were close, sir. I really didn't.
no, you were very close. They had to slam on their brakes. I watched it happen. Okay, you came flying through the parking lot.
Harold just wouldn't let up on this poor guy, pushing his own twisted version of events. However, at the moment, Christopher was more worried about towing his car, to which Officer Harold has the most ironic answer.
I don't want to tow it because that'd be being a real. I'm trying not to be. Okay, what would you like me to do with the car, sir? I'm going to ask one more time and then I'm going to have to have it towed.
Can we back this down, dude? Can we cool off here, please? I'm sorry. I will.
You have forced my hand at this point.
will.
Because if I don't go and see this through to its conclusion, I know you're going to go to the police department and file a complaint on me.
It looks like the real reason he detained Christopher was to stop him from going and filing a report. It's these cops and their egos that end up exposing their own corrupt careers.
Complaint's not going to do anything because I have it all on video. Everything is recorded. I don't talk to anyone in the public unless I have my camera on. Okay?
I'm not gonna go complain to Harold at all. I'm just a little upset because I really, honestly,
sir, I watched it happen. I was working on a report. I definitely have better things to do.
I didn't think that I did anything, Harold. I didn't think I did anything.
Well,
and
a
it was
lot
very
of people
frustrating.
don't think that. But I explained it to you, and then you wanted to argue with me.
I didn't think I did anything, Harold. I
know I look young. This is not my first day on the job, sir. I promise.
It's nothing to do with any of that. I didn't think I did anything.
You almost hit that white truck.
And that proves Christopher's point all in all. Under the law, arguing with a police officer can only lead to arrest in cases where the officer interprets the behavior as disorderly conduct, obstruction of justice, or resisting arrest.
It's going to be on the cameras. I'm going to get copies of it.
I didn't think I did anything. It was frustrating for me to try to explain to you that I didn't think that I did anything and you're not hearing me.
I hear you, sir. I disagree with you.
It's just like a classic Midwestern shoot-off where it's basically one man's word over another man's word. He thinks he's not being a just for not giving him a reckless driving charge, even though he's put him in this world of trouble and ruined his day.
Hey, I need you to come over here and get somebody to come pick up my car over here.
I was sitting right there, and he came through the parking lot and cut through all the spaces. He came through so fast and whooped into here, and there was a white truck. The white truck had to slam on its brakes. So I come over here. I was just going to be like, hey, man, chill out. Like, chill out. Don't be like that. But he wanted to go back and forth and argue with me and give me all kinds of stuff. And, like,
Just gotta love how these corrupt cops overhype and exaggerate the stories of innocent civilians just so they can cover up their misdemeanors.
I'm going to do this a different way. So the other officer has a ticket book he's going to let me use. You're going to be receiving the citation, okay? And, because I think going to jail is a bit excessive. But, well, I agree with you, but I didn't have another option. I don't have another ticket book, and I don't have a ticket writer with me. So we're going to do it that way, okay? Step out for me.
God almighty.
Take your time.
Tighten up. Oh my God. You loosen that. That's that scar, man. It hurts.
I guess after Harold thought a bit about it, he realized that it would be much simpler for him to get out of the mess he's made if he doesn't take Christopher to jail.
Yeah, I'm going right here. 40, can you pull me case number?
It seems that even Christopher has realized by this point that the cop is a tool who doesn't understand the law. Thus, he's just decided to shut his pie hole and comply for now.
Sign right here, it's not an admission of guilt. Mr. Scholl is no longer in custody. It's not an admission of guilt, it's just a promise you'll contact the court on or before the date and time that's written on here. You can contact the court at the bottom here, the information's there, and also up there. Free to go, sir. Thank you, sir.
Following the unlawful detainment of Christopher and the video going viral, an internal investigation was launched in May, and soon the Texas City Police Chief penned a letter to the community announcing Harrell's termination. Unfortunately, the efforts of decent cops often get overshadowed by the actions of corrupt cops. In situations like the one, it raises questions about accountability and the need for stricter consequences for those in power. If you thought that the cop got himself into real trouble in the last case, wait till you check out how this next cop untangles himself.
Are you gonna arrest me?
You're gonna get arrested, I'm telling you right now.
I've already dealt with your sergeant.
You already know that.
I've already dealt with your sergeant.
I'm giving you fair warning. You keep following us, you're
I'm
gonna
allowed
get
to
arrested.
follow. Now you're following
You understand?
me.
On April 27, 2018, Officer Bonkowski of the Justice PD was performing a shakedown frisk of a citizen with a gun. This was unwarranted, and we still don't know if they had reasonable suspicion on him.
Where are you guys coming from?
What did I do, sir?
Coming from the train tracks?
What did I do, sir?
Huh?
What did I do?
However, the citizen obviously feeling threatened makes a run for it. Ultimately, Bonkowski loses the suspect and is frustrated since he had hands on the suspect. By this point, another resident of the neighborhood, Sue Cheetown, noticed the commotion of officers and decided to film and question them. This was since she was worried as her neighborhood didn't receive much police traffic.
You need help?
Where's Ironwood at?
Ironwood. Very first street. You should get in your car because it's all the way at the end.
My car's way down there.
It's right there. Sure hope they're not checking people for drugs.
What's up, Sue?
What's up, G?
Where are you taking that from? I know.
Sue, worried and concerned, is just trying whatever little she can to try and aid the officers locate their suspect.
Ironwood's the next street over.
Why are you recording me?
Why not? You're in my park with no jurisdiction. So I'm just curious to know. You don't have any jurisdiction in here. What's going on? Where's the lights and sirens?
What is it?
Boom, bitches. Doing nothing.
It's blatantly obvious that she had no ill intention, nor was getting in the cops' way at all. She was just a concerned member of the neighborhood looking for some accountability.
Hell no! I live around here. Can I help you? You guys looking for somebody? Maybe I saw somebody. Dude, what are you gonna arrest me for? Being held accountable for you, bro.
But obviously, even these so-called defenders of the law feel threatened and annoyed, telling her to go away even though she lives there, always looking to stomp on citizens' rights just to feed their egos.
That's right.
Back up, you understand? You're gonna get arrested, you understand?
For what?
Get going!
For what?
Get going now!
Why are you gonna arrest me?
You're gonna get arrested, I'm telling you right
I've
now!
already dealt with your sergeant.
You already know that.
I've already dealt with your sergeant.
I'm giving you
Thank
fair warning, you keep following us, you're
I'm
gonna
allowed
get arrested!
to follow. Now you're following
You understand? Something serious. I'm telling you, you're gonna get arrested.
For what?
Fucking hands behind your back now.
For what?
Back.
Back that way.
These corrupt cops really don't realize how badly they're ruining their careers by blatantly arresting an innocent citizen for practicing her First Amendment right and filming in her own streets.
Got a camera, back creeping up, so she approached me. I'm trying to keep running this way, and she's following me. Keeps following me. I told her, you're gonna get arrested, go back in your house. Okay. Keeps following me, so I stop her and detain her.
Do you have any idea what we were doing?
I know. I told her it's a fucking serious crime going on, and she keeps following me.
Say anything about a serious
We don't
crime.
have to tell you anything.
No, you
Do
don't.
Understand? You understand?
Let me know that. You say go. You did not. Body cam it. No, you didn't. You didn't tell me nothing.
Everything's
I will
recorded.
be
I'm not
FOIA
worried about
requesting
it,
all of
okay?
that, yeah.
Evidently, Sue is right for a fact that Bonkowski most certainly had not warned or informed her about any man with a gun.
Obstructing identification and obstructing.
But you can't. I haven't committed a crime.
Just like that, these cops think that they can slap anyone with an obstruction charge, and that would justify their outrageous misuse of power.
Step out. So the same description that witness gave us when I walked through here to go back behind the tracks. 3 subjects come there, stop the guy, the male black with the red and black hoodie, stop him, start searching him. Like this. Grabs down here right away. What are you searching me for? What are you searching me for? So I grab him and he fucking pulls down, fucking takes off running, dude. I think he had a 32. I didn't actually.
This conversation reveals that Bonkowski wasn't even sure if the supposed suspect even possessed a gun.
Am I being arrested for again?
Give us your name, we'll tell you. How's that for starters?
But have I committed a crime?
Well, if you got handcuffs on you, I can ask you a question for you. Obviously, you're a street attorney, you know more than we do, right?
I'm just trying to insert my rights. That's all.
You know that one of the rights.
I mean, I don't want to be violated. You know.
When you're told to stop.
I did.
Dangerous subject.
I was.
Yeah, Jess, I'll call over there and give you one. Fucking find it out.
Poor Sue's wrists were bruised by how tight these cuffs were, but even during this, she shyly asks once more what it is, even though she is being detained and arrested for. As we all saw, she was out of officers' way.
Patting him down, he like grabbed right here and he's like, you know, what are you searching me for? What are you searching me for? And then finally, like, I tried grabbing him more, and like he just fucking grabbed for it, man, and fucking took off running. And the whole time he's holding it right here, yeah. I mean, so I gave chase. I mean, he's fucking going obviously 10 times faster.
Yeah, where you?
Right to
you made it to that trailer?
Yeah, and I didn't know which way you went. I just kept going that way. I asked all the residents outside if they'd seen him run by. They didn't, so I don't know. Maybe you went that way.
Yeah,
but then these guys, but I think my other guys said that they seen him back on the tracks and then running south back into the park. So I don't know.
All right, it's perfect.
Minor detail, in Bonkowski's story before, the suspect just made a run for it, but this time he recounts it, the suspect even made a grab for his gun too. Seems like lying is second nature to this cop.
I could care less if she's fucking recording us, dude, but she was creeping up on you for one, and then, yeah, I told her what the hell was going on, and she just keeps following me.
Way away from him. 30 feet, like I ran through my own yard.
I know my rights, I'm following you, but I'm not going to fuck with you right now. Right.
That's not what he said. He didn't say anything. He didn't say nothing.
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to tell you anything.
Not you, him. Black, straight black. Male black, black pants, red jacket. That's what we had.
Yeah, he's got a red and black,
Obstruction. Yeah, she's lucky.
The cops have to resort to even more lying. Bonkowski, who obviously had a problem with her filming, now decides all of a sudden that he couldn't care less if she films.
That's enough. That's someone else.
Oh, that's somebody else?
Yeah, that's someone else.
That's a difference?
I gotta talk, yeah. That's someone else I gotta talk to you about. So I know you're off during that.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
I know you're off during that time frame, but yeah, I got her information.
Yeah, is she already the other one, or I don't know, the same one? I don't know.
It's not the same one.
Yeah, she already recorded me twice on traffic stops.
Yeah, so there's another one.
So it's a different one?
Yeah.
They're all over the fucking place, huh? But I can care less, dude. But I'm running back this way,
right?
And I see her running, and she like fucking creeps on the side of the trailer like this. And then obviously I keep walking, and she oh man, fair warning, dude. Get the fuck out of here. We're fucking.
And she got right in her face. She got right in her face with the phone too. Yeah.
Now, in this version of Bonkowski's story, Sue apparently crept up behind him and got in his face. Reminds me of the time he got in her face.
You're going now!
Why are you gonna arrest me?
You're gonna get arrested, I'm telling you right now!
I've already dealt with your sergeant.
You already know that.
I've already dealt with your sergeant.
I'm giving you fair warning. You keep following us, you're gonna get arrested.
I'm allowed to follow. Now you're following me.
You understand?
She was just, what did she do exactly, though? I have no idea.
When you guys said she started running southbound, I was over there, so I started running this way, and when I was out of breath, so I start walking. Well, I see her start creeping up behind DeBella, right through here, and she like hides behind the trailer like this, and she's got the phone out, obviously. So then DeBella walks through here, she just following him, and I told her numerous times, back the fuck up, we're doing something serious, and she just kept following me, and I don't know who the hell she was. I don't know if she got a weapon or anything. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
But totality of what's going on, you know?
I mean, I knew she didn't have anything to do with it, but I don't know who the hell she is.
Hey, you don't know.
I mean, she wasn't with the two other subjects, weren't her. Exactly.
Bonkowski keeps adding elements to the same story. This time, even though he claims to have known that she didn't have anything else on her, aside from her camera, he still felt threatened. Sometimes these cops make little to no sense. How can you be afraid of someone potentially having a weapon, while also knowing she had no link to the previous suspect and was unarmed?
Even though I knew she wasn't with them, I don't know who exactly. I don't know who she is.
We'll see if they're going to take her. They're probably going to take her.
I have her phone in my passenger seat. Want me to get that?
Hold on. What do you? What's that? You work for 45? No, I'm 1575. Oh, we're getting a big money.
Ultimately, Sue had to charge a suit against these evil cops. However, it took her 2 years to even get to that point, since her charges of obstruction were only filed 13 months after the footage in these videos. This truly shows the depth at which these corrupt cops can go to try and protect their own. However, their efforts were ultimately pointless, as when Sue went to trial, the judge found her to be not guilty. These cops often get little to no clearance for their mental well-being and their ability to remain cool and calm, so they make the best judgments, which Bonkowski had very little of. But what happens when citizens actually answer back? Let's see these dumb female officers get a taste of their own medicine.
Can I get your name?
No, I'm not gonna give my name.
Okay.
In February 2024, an auditor by the name of Sean, who frequently posted on his channel Long Island Audit, visited the Patrick Space Force Base in Bard County, Florida to exercise his First Amendment right to film in public places. Upon arrival, he was greeted by an officer almost instantly.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
What's going on today?
Nothing much, just taking some pictures and videos of the base here.
Gotcha. I'm Staff Sergeant Drive with the 45th Security Forces Squadron. I just came to check upon you, see how it's going. That's it.
Okay.
Do you have any identification on you that I can check?
No, I'm not going to provide you with any ID.
That's fine. Just let you know, if you cross that white line, if you have no identification to allow you access onto the installation, then we're going to have to get you under trespassing, okay?
I got you. All right, so that white line right over there.
That white line right there. Whatever you want to do right here.
But all this is public property, correct? Okay, great.
The sergeant was kind enough to inform Sean about the areas that were off limit. When asked for ID, Sean politely declined, which most officers don't reply kindly to. But this one had the decency to recognize the importance of Sean's First Amendment right as well. A perfect example of how trained personnel should operate.
Sergeant Andrade with Security Forces has come out and spoke with us. Of course, he's going to ask for ID, but we're not going to give it here. They have a right to be concerned, but I have a right to stay here and film for as long as I'd like. Also have the right not to give up my personal identification. That white line right there in front of us is right over here is where you formally enter the U.S. Space Force base and their property.
But soon enough, a vehicle pulled up with, you guessed it, cops, trying to poke their nose into civilian business.
Hi, how are you? Good. Investigator Erickson?
Yes, sir.
And your name, ma'am?
Investigator Beagle.
Exactly. Beagle? Beagle? Yes. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. We're just wondering why you're recording a military installation.
Yeah, no.
Something we can help you with?
No, you don't. I don't need help with anything. I'm just taking some public photography of the base. That's all.
Okay. So in order to do that, you have to go through the installation actually and go through public affairs and coordinate it with them.
Yeah.
Since they're the ones that do all the photography. You can't
But
actually.
I don't want to go on the base and photograph.
No. We were told that you were recording what the gate is doing.
Yeah, I'm recording the gate, everything around the gate. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I'm from my understanding, investigator, is that I'm just taking public photos from a public.
Okay. Is that
place.
your job? Do you work for a news company?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no ill intent, and like I said, I'm just filming what I can see from public. That's all.
And I understand, we have the cool Space Force sign and everybody.
Space Force. Yeah, pretty cool.
Unfortunately, I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you just can't record the installation entry control.
Two female investigators pull up in an unmarked vehicle and begin questioning a citizen without offering any legitimate identification of who they are. Tell me you're illegally posing as federal agents without actually saying you're illegally posing as federal agents.
I understand that that's what you perceive to be the rules, but I know I'm not breaking any laws by doing this, because if I can see it from public, I can record it from public. So, that might be like a Air Force rule or Space Force rule, but
it's a federal government.
A federal government rule?
So this is a federal installation.
Yes, I understand that.
So
I get that.
We can't. You're allowed to stand here. You can record that.
Yeah.
But you cannot record that.
I just think I don't think we're gonna agree here.
We're not, and we understand that. We're just telling you cannot do it.
Okay.
And that we would have to, I don't want to, but we would have to call local law enforcement out here to escort you away from the installation if you don't follow the procedures in regards to recording the installation.
Yeah. No,
That's why we're just coming to you and giving you the chance to just not.
Yeah, no. And I understand exactly why you guys are here, and I can understand that, but I have a right to be here. I have a right to film whatever I can see from public. And that's what I think, regardless of whatever. I don't know what rules you're speaking of, but that's what I know. So if you need to call local law enforcement or whatever you need to do, that's fine. You can.
What's worse is that they proceed to cite complete shit about what the law says regarding recording of a military base. Who the hell is responsible for training these people?
I really appreciate that.
Okay, and can I get your name?
No, I'm not gonna give my name.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Stand here and watch.
When Sean refuses to deny them any identification, one of them, still smiling, proceeds to go do something in their car, presumably calling actual officers to deal with Sean.
So how long you been an investigator? Long time? Doesn't look like it could be a long time. All right. U.S. government plates here on this Ford Fusion. 2 investigators with the Air Force. Investigators here. I am breaking some sort of federal rule, was their word. A federal rule that says that you cannot record a military installation from public. I'm not exactly what rule these investigators are referring to, but they were nice enough, cordial enough, even though they're wrong.
Defeated, they eventually retired to the car and drove off. They obviously realized that Sean was educated enough to not fall for these underage tyrants with a little bit of authority. These female cops chose to leave Sean alone, but he wasn't really that lucky when he came across these really annoying cops in a library.
You guys here for me?
On February 18, 2024, Sean was peacefully exercising his First Amendment rights when he was approached by 5 police officers who attempted to remove him from the building. So apparently, if you're filming inside a public library, the cops can be called on you.
Enforcement has arrived, even though I haven't spoken to anybody.
Haven't talked to you yet?
No, I haven't spoken to anybody at the library yet. No.
Okay. Did anybody from the library talk to you?
No, nobody.
Okay.
Why, what's up?
So, as far as I believe, you need written permission to film inside the library from the director.
I need written permission from the director of the library.
I'll get that right.
Yeah, sure, no problem, thanks. Appreciate it.
No one has talked to this auditor about filming in the library, yet this is what happens.
So they called you, but they didn't speak to me? I don't understand. Why did they call you? Because...
the library has a policy about filming. We're going to get it for you right now.
Okay. So no one from the library. Hey, sir, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You mind if I get your name and badge number?
Kevin Shoedrop, badge number's 82.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Slow day today?
What's that?
Slow day today?
Every day's different.
I just asked because, you know, 4 law enforcement officers for a man with a camera seems a little excessive, that's all. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat to any of you guys. Or anyone.
And that's not all.
So we got the policy for you.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Sir, how are you?
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, Sergeant Noble.
Sergeant Noble. So this is the library's policy?
Yes, number 18.
So it says recording within the building without express permission of the library director, written permission from all those being videotaped, photographed, and otherwise is prohibited.
It's enforcement.
Right. Do you enforce policies?
That's them here.
So why are you here if you're not enforcing the policy?
The director is enforcing the policy.
The director? And the director's name? Do you mind if I speak to the director?
She does not want to speak to you.
She doesn't want to speak to me?
No, sir.
So how do I know that she's... What I don't know what... How do why can't I speak to her? She's a public servant.
I can't speak on her behalf.
Right. But you are, though, because you're bringing me a policy. Right. So that means you're speaking on her behalf.
Okay, if that's what you feel I'm doing.
Well, you are, sir. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I'm not gonna dispute it with you.
No, I don't want to dispute anything with you either, sir. It doesn't seem... You enforce the law. You're a law enforcement officer, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Happen to have a recording in my
But
hand.
it's against their policy.
Right, but their policy can't trump the United States Constitution and the First Amendment of freedom of press. I'm a journalist. I'm here conducting an investigation for a story and using the library for its intended purpose. I'm reading books. I'm looking at what they have here. How can you... That's like if they had a policy that said...
Are you filming other people without permission?
Well, it's funny that you say that because you're right below a camera. The library didn't ask me for permission to film me, sir. And do you know why they don't have to ask me for permission to film me? And why none of you who have body cameras on asked me for permission to film me today? Because you don't need the permission to film me because we're in public and there's no reasonable expectation of privacy in public, sir.
After being schooled by a civilian about the Constitution and the First Amendment, what happens next is even more surprising.
I just don't understand what is your purpose here to hand me a policy?
Because we got called of a suspicious person here filming people, which is against their policy. So they would like you to leave.
A suspicious person. What about me is suspicious, sir?
That was filming people, walking around filming. That's what we got.
So by that standard, you're suspicious.
Why am I suspicious?
Because you're walking around filming people, sir.
No, we only film when we get to a call.
Right.
Per our policy.
Right, exactly. Per your policy, that's fine. And I have my own policies. I have a company, and my own policies say that I follow the United States Constitution, as you should, sir. You took an oath to uphold the United States Constitution.
The cops even pretend to help with the auditor's investigation, but still urge him to turn off the camera.
I'm trying to actually find the United States Constitution and some literature here to make sure that they carry it here. It's part of my investigation to make sure that they.
I will help you get that documentation.
Right. So but that's fine. But why? Right. That's yeah.
You are using it for your intended purpose.
Right.
Go find the Constitution. That's fine. Go right ahead.
Right. That's all. And the only thing is, I'm holding a camera. I'm not here just to film. I'm here to use it. I'm here to. Yeah.
Perfect.
No one's impeding your ability to film in here right now. So we're not taking the camera from you. We're not.
Right. Oh, I hope not. You don't seem like the type that would. But I've been in situations where it's not been.
This is what the cops had to say about the library's policy.
It doesn't make any sense.
People you're working on or whatever may have or sensitive stuff, and they don't want to film. I'm assuming that's why they have this policy.
Right. Well, sensitive stuff in what? This is a public area, sir. There's nothing sensitive.
Children come.
Right. I'm not in a. Listen, I could be in children's area, but I'm not in the children's areas. No, but I know in every library there's a children's section that's cordoned off for children. Never went into that section. And I like how libraries are structured that way. That way, children could stay where the children belong.
So clearly, listen.
Hey, sir, how are you? Mind if I just get your badge number, sir?
Yeah, let me throw my camera on first.
Oh, sure.
I just walked in.
Yeah, no problem, sir. I just like to get everybody's name.
Sergeant Donald Wilson.
Sergeant Donald, thank you.
6'3".
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
There are 5 law enforcement officers here on a call about a suspicious man filming in public who is actually peacefully just exercising his right to the First Amendment. Funny how the media works, and people are quick to point fingers.
You're free to film in our police headquarters in the front lobby if you want. We're open 24 hours a day as well.
Oh, right. It's public, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
The other sergeant is late to the party, and the auditor explains his situation. And this is what he had to say about the whole situation.
The other sergeant over here showed me a policy that the library has. I haven't spoken to... first of all, while I was looking at books here and exercising my constitutional rights, no one came up to me and spoke to me and told me anything. It's when you guys came here, law enforcement, that I was... you guys told me that there was some sort of policy. They showed me the policy, and I understand that the policy exists. I've seen it with my own eyes. But again, my only response to that, Sergeant, would be that a policy can say anything. You're not policy enforcement. You're law enforcement. If the policy said that, white people couldn't come into the library or black people or...
The hyperbole is a bit much on that.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing.
No,
because we have a right.
No, this policy is very specific in that they don't want you filming unless you have prior approval. It makes no mention to conflate the issue with race or religion or gender or any other issue. Will you give me your name and ID so I can?
My name is Sean, sir.
Sean, and am I going to be able to? I'm need more than that to look you up to. You are.
Right. No, I don't want to be. That's I think that's overkill because I'm not trying to do anything.
Is you coming in here and doing this? Right.
Exercising my rights.
We have things to do.
So go do them, sir.
But now we're just going to leave you in here, and you're going to walk around. Are you going to harass staff? Are you going to film children? You said you're here to read books.
Sir, was I harassing anybody? You said you're late to the party. What was I doing when you walked in?
I said.
Was I harassing anyone?
Are you going to harass somebody?
Was I harassing anyone, sir?
No, you were walking around filming.
Okay. Was I looking at books?
I don't know.
Okay. Was I wasn't harassing anybody. So again, you're trying to make it seem that something that it's not. I'm not harassing anybody. I don't want to harass anybody.
Never said you were.
Okay, but you're trying to infer that that's if you leave, what are you going to do?
You're inferring that what I was inferring is wrong. I was asking you a question. I said, are you going to harass anybody?
While the sergeant kept getting angrier, a new member joined the party.
We're good, sir. We don't need that.
So,
The Constitution explained.
So that is their stance on it. So that's why.
Yeah, that's why you called.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he's not willing to leave, so.
To be clear, you're not willing to leave, sir?
Oh, no, not unless you're threatening to arrest me. Okay, so no. I want to use the library like anybody else.
The library director doesn't even respond to the auditor.
Ma'am, are you the library director?
I'm talking right now. 1 second.
Oh, excuse me. Are you the library director, ma'am?
Like last time, he was agreeing to leave. So, this guy's not. So we'll just pace it a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
You with that?
I'm good with that. Thank you.
Ma'am, are you the library director? Okay. Have a nice day, ma'am. Take care.
Now, the sergeant just starts to get petty.
So there's not a lot of crime here in Franklin Lake, sir?
You can look that up.
Oh, I was just asking you.
Use the internet access here to look it up.
Right. I know. I was just asking you. See, now you're just being confrontational at this
No,
point.
no. Libraries are a place of resource, piece of knowledge.
Right.
You have access to the internet, you can look it up.
Right, I will.
Your definition of what a lot of crime is going to be comparatively different to what my definition of a lot of crime is.
Okay.
So I don't
You're
want
right.
to give you wrong information. I want to give you
Right.
false info.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, Sergeant. Yep.
After realizing that they're in the wrong, one after the other, the law enforcement officers left. And so did Sean, making sure that his rights don't get walked on by such dumb cops. But Sean isn't the only citizen aware of how bad these cops can end up treating you. In our next case, this YouTuber turns out to be absolutely right about the tyrants that roam about under the pretense of providing safety.
The law.
I'm not scared of the law.
Where are you hiding from?
I'm not hiding from anything, sir.
Okay, well, why are you scared to get out?
Because I feel safer.
On the 20th of February 2014, a YouTube auditor, Knowledge is Power, was pulled over for having illegal tires. Thankfully, he knew his rights against what ensued next. The encounter was captured by the auditor's dash cam.
Howdy.
How's it going?
Going good. About yourself?
What are you wanting down there, bud?
I'm comfortable right there.
Do what?
I'm comfortable with it right there.
You comfortable with it right there?
Yes, sir.
Let me see your driver's license. Open the door, dude. If you want these back, you can roll that window down for me.
What'd you say, sir? Sorry. What did you say?
Because he can't hardly hear you, that's why. If you roll the window down, we're just out looking for drunks, man. We're not here to hurt you or whatever.
That's fine.
Okay. Pull over down that side there just a minute.
I'm going to take the bag.
For what reason do you have to detain me to pull me over into secondary, sir?
At first, the trooper constantly tries to pull the auditor's door open, claiming that they cannot hear him. But soon they noticed the dash cam and suddenly went into caution mode.
Have you suspected me of committing a crime?
Do what, buddy?
Have you suspected me of committing a crime?
Well, is there anything wrong with the car that we need to know about?
Not that I know, sir.
Oh, okay, all right.
Hold on, I'm going to check your tires. I think you're looking close.
They're looking what?
Almost illegal. You're almost too slick.
Almost illegal. All right. So I'm being pulled into secondary because my tires might be illegal. That's interesting.
Everything correct on your license? You still live at the same address?
I do, sir.
Sit tight for me, okay?
Put in my car and park. For the record, they tried to open my door just because I wouldn't roll my window down all the way before asking for my license or anything.
The officers observed the tires while pulling the driver onto the side. What's funny is that they added drugs to the list of things that they were searching the car for.
So they said they were looking for drunks. Yes, sir. What does that mean? Yes, sir.
He wants to show you a tire out here, man. It's slick.
I'd prefer to not get out of my vehicle.
Dude, we're slick out here. It's for your safety. That way you can see about getting you another tire. That's it.
Let me ask you something. Are you scared?
To get out of my vehicle? Yes, sir.
You are?
Yes, sir.
Why are you scared of the law?
I'm not scared of the law.
Where are you hiding from?
I'm not hiding from anything, sir.
Okay, well, why are you scared to get out?
Because I feel safer.
You scared of the dark?
Maybe.
Huh?
I might be.
I believe you are. Grown man scared of the dark, that sounds kind of funny to me.
Sounds funny.
These officers were obviously intimidating the auditor, prompting him to get out of the car, to which he sensibly denied. Of course, he was aware of what happens when you're marked as suspicious by corrupt cops like these waiting for a sign.
Note they're shining the light in the camera. Funny. The first thing they said is they were looking for drunks. Still haven't been asked if I'd been drinking or not yet. Funny. Suddenly it doesn't seem to be that's what they're looking for.
If I see this vehicle out on the road again,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna stop you just because that tire on the right front.
Tire on the right front?
Very close.
In what way? So I can change it?
Needs a tire replaced.
Tire replaced?
Yeah, you don't
Tread's
know
too
Trooper
thin?
Mike Freeman, do you?
Who?
Trooper Mike Freeman.
Not that I know of.
You don't know him? Remember him writing you for 84 and a 65?
Yes, sir.
On 575? See why he's scared to get out now.
Next, an officer's attempt to intimidate a teen bystander goes awry when the individual calmly asserts their rights, leaving the cop speechless and embarrassed.
Well, I'm going to be on a male subject. Radio by Rivercrest. Why are you giving me the finger? What? What's your problem?
What?
Why are you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why are you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No.
For
Come here.
what reason?
Why are you giving me the finger?
I'm free to go. Am I free to go?
What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why are you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh?
Corporal Michael's frustration escalated even further as Walker remained calm and unbothered by the officer's growing irritation.
I'm free to go.
No, you're not.
Walk.
Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Why?
Because.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Corporal Michael claimed that giving him the finger was unlawful, but under the First Amendment, such gestures are generally protected as free speech. Walker, standing firm, demanded proof of the Corporal Michael claim.
What's the law?
What's your
What's
name?
the law?
What's your name? How
What's
old
the
are
law?
you?
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Pig. Whatever. What?
You heard me.
As things seemed to settle, Walker shouted a defiant remark and kept walking. The officer approached him again and things heated up, prompting him to turn off his camera and call for backup. This leaves us wondering what he didn't want captured on his body cam.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you.
Come here. Get over here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a fucking crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why are you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help!
Corporal Michael was soon joined by another officer, Patrolman James Lamontagne, who was about to face Walker's defiant response himself.
He's cursing at him. And he said,
You're being detained because you're acting strange.
dude, what? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain
this
you
kid?
until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
Every time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, "Well, you're
Is that a crime?
No problem." Then he tells me
That's not a
This is
crime.
causing public disturbance.
Then he
That's
tells
not,
me to
no, that's not a
to
crime.
F big.
Yeah, off, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the f*** do you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
As Patrolman James Lamontagne arrived, he attempted to cop-splain why it was acceptable to detain someone for giving the finger. After Walker challenged him, it became clear from Patrolman James's uneasy expression that neither officer had a legitimate reason to detain or handcuff him. Their actions seemed more about asserting dominance than following the law.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
What's that?
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What
What
is your
legal
name?
reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you
What legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Why are you
Shooting me the finger.
Why are you
Is that illegal?
Why are you
Cursing at
flipping the bird? Yes, it is. It's causing a public disturbance and a public alarm if you are cursing
So
in
a
public.
single one.
So when you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past?
When faced with Walker's challenge, the officers abruptly changed their justification for detaining him, now claiming it was merely a welfare check. Their shifting reasons only intensified the suspicion that their intentions were far from legitimate. However, Walker found the whole situation amusing.
I know the law.
By being a nuisance.
I know the law.
All right. So at that point, what he is doing is he's not saying you're being charged with anything. At that
I'm
point,
just
he's
figuring out
detaining
what's
you
wrong with you.
to make
What's
sure that
going
there
on?
is nothing
Make
wrong.
sure you're okay.
What
Make sure
reason,
that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. I'm not sure.
That I was doing what?
Were you
I was-
signaling to him?
No,
Listen, I was
no,
just-
you knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling
Well,
to you.
you bring attention to yourself. You're
That's not
acting-
signaling.
You're acting strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect
How
me.
do you know?
You're walking
You may
on the
be-
side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him.
I gave him the finger once. That will not hold up.
Do you know him?
That will not hold up in a court of law. That will not hold up in a court of law. I know my rights.
Do you know him?
It's not your business.
Do you know him?
It's not your business. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth then.
Walker had the officers tangled up in their own arguments, using sharp logic to outwit them at every turn. His reasoning left them struggling to keep up and unable to mount a solid defense.
You guys make nothing out of something.
By you cursing and using vulgar gestures,
So what's the First Amendment for?
It's causing a public disturbance.
What's
and
the
public
First
alarm.
Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with?
Was I
using
making a call to
gestures?
action? Was I making a call to action? Was I? Was I like
When you were
threatening
acting,
you in any way? Did I threaten you?
Do you understand?
You know what a
you're-
call to action is?
Do you understand that you're
First,
acting?
Is that a call to action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you? No.
Do you understand that it is? Listen.
That's illegal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary.
I understand how it works.
So
but
therefore,
legally
he stopped
it would not
to talk
hold.
to you. Clearly, if he stopped all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just
We
continued
went
to
back
walk.
a bit further
And you
back.
just continued to walk.
I wasn't running. I told you that I was free to go, and you all of a sudden
stop, and you ran down here. That's
I wasn't running. I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an order
let's
for you
be
to
honest
stop,
here.
you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it illegal? Is it a lawful order?
and he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first.
Patrolman James tried to cover for Corporal Michael, but Walker quickly called him out and wouldn't let him get away with it.
Brought the attention to yourself. You caused the public alarm.
Yep.
So now,
Well,
what
I'd like
we
to
are
see
doing-
you legally
so
hold
now
that
what we
in
are
court
doing,
because
I'm not charging you with anything, so I
Well,
don't
I
legally
would-
need to hold anything in court.
Well,
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm
can always
trying to
bring
figure
this
out
up.
why you're walking on the side of the road, okay, and why you are continuing to signal to a police officer.
I wasn't signaling.
Okay.
See, now you changed the story.
so-
Now you're changing the story. Was I signaling or which one was it?
So what
'Cause now
were you
you're-
doing?
Well, I want to know from your perspective.
I
What was
pulled
I
up onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
I plead the fifth. You idiot. Going to
Happens is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do
It
not
wasn't a
stop,
lawful order, though.
and you do not stop.
It legally was not a lawful
and you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich as fuck. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may,
you don't know the
that
law,
may
buddy.
be what happens
You don't know
if you
the
think
law.
that that's what's going to happen.
Walker seemed fully aware of his actions, yet this situation raises a crucial question. Why does a teenager seem to understand the law better than those hired to enforce it? Moments later, Walker delivered a final blow to their authority.
He's such a fucking pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig.
What does
Dude,
that
this
make
is
you for
illegal.
saying?
This is illegal, buddy.
What is the point?
This is illegal.
There's nothing illegal.
Yes, it is.
It is
You want to bet
not.
money on it?
We're gonna find
We'll
out.
we'll see in court, bud.
Listen, we're gonna find out. Okay.
We'll
When
see
you
in
cause
court.
a public disturbance and a public alarm, and you become a nuisance to the public, okay?
You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing-
How will you do that? How will you do that? I just want to hear
Camera
your-
systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
And what was
that's
I
all
doing?
Gonna be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect, perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them, you know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them, that's why.
The officers had no choice but to let him go, as Walker cut through their excuses with sharp words, laughing in their faces and calling them out. If you can't handle being told to go f*** yourself, then being a first responder isn't the job for you, especially in New Jersey. If you think that was intense, just wait until you see what this 19-year-old did to a cop. In August 2022, 19-year-old college football player Taven Galanakis was driving late at night in Newton, Iowa, when he was pulled over by local officers Nathan and Lieutenant Christopher Wing for not dimming his high beams for oncoming traffic. What happened next, captured on Officer Nathan's body camera, was far from routine.
Hi there.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn them when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like.
Well, you didn't with me.
Oh, you weren't close enough though. You were like you were a while. Yeah, you were a while back.
It has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limits.
My fault. My fault.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Back home.
Where's home?
It's right down.
Okay. Are you new to town or something?
No.
I just noticed you have Adair County plates.
Yeah, I got it from my grandpa.
During the traffic stop, Taven struggled to quickly respond to Officer Nathan's request for papers and ID. Being his first time in such a situation, he found it difficult to provide the documents promptly. This hesitation led Officer Nathan to become suspicious, prompting a series of more probing questions.
Where are you coming from?
Friend's house.
Okay. Anything to drink over there?
Nope.
I didn't hear what you said.
Is one of these? Need one of these right here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good start. That's the registration.
I just got a new one, so I don't know which one's the old one.
Okay.
Here, I'll just give you both of them.
Okay. I'll take this first one here.
Alright.
Got your insurance?
Yeah, I got you. Would it be that white card?
Could be. That's one that expired in 21.
I got the email version. That's the other. Howdy.
All right, that'll work. I'm gonna have you hop out with me, okay?
Cool. Car on or off?
You could probably leave the car off.
I bet. I'm gonna roll my window up real quick.
All right.
After a few minutes of checking his credentials and ID, Officer Nathan asked Taven to step out of the vehicle. Confused but cooperative, Taven sensed that something unusual was about to happen.
Perfect. We're gonna go back here, okay? Cool. You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns?
No bombs or no.
Okay, let's go back here. I'm gonna have you have a seat in my passenger seat, okay?
Awesome.
How you doing?
Doing well yourself. Good.
Have a seat right on in there for me, okay? Close the door behind you. Where are you coming from?
Back by, his name is Creighton. It's a friend's house.
Okay. What are you doing at Creighton's house?
We were just hanging out. Had my girlfriend there.
I gotcha.
Just got back from college.
Okay.
Go to William Penn.
Okay. You play football up there?
Yes, sir.
What position do you play?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
I'm back for the weekend.
That's why you're home?
Yep.
I gotcha. Did you go to school here in Newton then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Played football here. Did you go here?
No.
You didn't?
No. How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Shortly after Taven was in the police vehicle, Officer Nathan claimed he appeared intoxicated, pointing to his eyes and behavior as evidence. Taven, who was perfectly sober and alert, was shocked by Officer Nathan's accusation.
You want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you.
Pause.
We'll probably get there. How old
That's
are
funny.
you?
19.
Uh-huh.
19.
Okay.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration?
Yep.
Kind of say otherwise.
Alright.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great, let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait.
Knowing that Officer Nathan's accusations were completely false, Taven insisted on undergoing sobriety tests to prove his innocence. His willingness to comply not only highlighted the baseless nature of the accusations, but also showcased his composure under pressure.
So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No. Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Alright, let's find out real quick.
I'm not gonna get in trouble for doing what I'm supposed to do.
Can I record it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
My name's Officer Winters.
So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight. We're about to do a test and he's gonna find out I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid. Ain't that right? I've had nothing to drink. Zero. And we're about to find out.
Carson Dad's name, but got it from Grandpa?
Yep.
Alright, so let's go up on the sidewalk here and I'll talk with you up there, okay?
Cool.
You have contacts in, you said?
Not right now.
Not right now?
Nope.
Did you take them out?
Yes.
Okay. Are you supposed to have them in when you drive?
No.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to actually have you stand right here is fine for now.
Officer Nathan's refusal to use the breathalyzer and his insistence on sobriety tests were desperate attempts to validate his dubious accusations. This behavior revealed his attempt to cover up his initial mistake.
Right here is fine for now. I'm going to have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay? I'm going to check your eyes.
Cool.
Okay, what I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only and do not move your head, okay?
Yep.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
What color are your eyes?
Hazel.
Hazel, do they ever change colors?
Nope.
Okay, not that you know of? Okay. Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many more we got?
This test is about 2 minutes long. Are you comfortable in walking in the shoes you got on?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
do somewhere where there's a straight path. Like right here.
There's a straight path right here. It's not very flat. Alright, so I want you to put your left foot on the line. Okay? Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot just like this, okay? Stay in this position until I tell you to begin, okay?
Perfect.
You got any questions?
Nope.
Okay, so from this position, you're going to take 9 heel to toe steps, touching heel to toe each time, keeping your arms down to your side, okay?
Gotcha.
It's going to look something just like this. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go all the way up to 9, okay? When you get to your 9th step, leave your front foot on the line.
A few minutes into the field sobriety tests, Taven requested a breathalyzer again, but Officer Nathan ignored him. Instead, Nathan persisted in looking for any way to justify his false accusations. This behavior raises serious questions about Officer Nathan's integrity, especially as he seemed intent on ruining a 19-year-old's night.
God, you a rookie, bro.
Okay. I want you to stand with your heels and toes together with your arms down to your side.
Is this your first year?
No.
No way.
No.
No way.
When I say begin, I want
How
you...
How many false accusations you got?
0.
It's about to be your first.
What I want you to do when I say begin is raise either your left or your right foot, whichever one you want, and raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground and keep it parallel to the ground, okay?
Perfect.
It's going to look something just like this. Okay? During this, watch the tip of your toe, keep your arms down your side, and count out loud in the following manner.
Repeat the directions.
From where to where?
So you said 6 seconds, hold it up?
Nope, you're going to hold your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground and keep it parallel to the ground.
Gotcha.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Alright, during this, keep your arms down your side. Why are you shaking so much?
It's freezing, man. Look at you, you got all these clothes on, and I got shorts on and it's raining. And you false accusing me, so of course I'm gonna be a little nervous. Yeah. You got nothing to say. Exactly.
Questions?
Look, you in pants, I'm in shorts, and it's raining now.
I wear shorts when it's 30 below.
Congratulations.
Questions about the test?
Nope.
Okay, if you don't have any questions, you may begin. Keep your legs straight.
Is that 6 inches to you?
Yep. How did I tell you to count?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Unless you forgot how you told me, but you're doing pretty well. You're still gonna switch. It's getting pretty cold, huh? It's ridiculous.
Okay, you can relax. I got one more test for you. I'm gonna check your eyes again, okay?
Alright.
I'm gonna go in a circular motion around the outside of your face, but I'm gonna come in towards the bridge of your nose, but I'm not gonna touch your nose.
And make sure, blow me too, man. Give me a little blow.
I will.
Little zeros.
I will here in a minute.
After the officer subjected the driver to a series of field sobriety tests, which failed to show any signs of intoxication, it was time to use the breathalyzer. What happened next proved how corrupt Officer Nathan was.
Let's go to the front of the car here.
Let's do this low. 0-0. Ready for it? If it's possible to get negative, that's the idea.
Why do you do? Because you're showing some very strong signs of impairment.
Am I?
There's a little bit on the read back in the paperwork you're not smooth.
I mean, I was kind of nervous.
That's a telltale sign.
So show you right here.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like you're blowing up a balloon, okay?
Cool.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you before any question, okay?
Is there...
When's the last time we smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Oh.
Okay, well I would.
No
I
weed tonight,
think
right?
it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on.
Accusing the driver of using weed that night was unprofessional, especially without any proof. Despite the breathalyzer showing negative results, Officer Nathan continued to pressure Taven for an admission.
You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
So I blow zeros and you suspect drugs now. That's what we on? I blow zeros. You think I'm on drugs? That's ridiculous.
I would. During my field sobriety, it is indicative of impairment. So let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You smoked some weed at your friend's house?
No.
You hit a pin?
Nope.
Field sobriety so poor.
What?
Why is your field sobriety so poor? And why are you so lethargic and slow moving and speaking with a slurred speech? And your eyes are watery and your eyes are bloodshot.
You know why they're watery? Right, because we're in rain right now, dumbass.
It doesn't affect them in the car or in my car.
Well, I don't know what you're seeing because I can't even see my eyes. No weed. Don't smoke weed.
Officer Nathan committed one of the most corrupt acts imaginable against a 19-year-old. His relentless pursuit to prove himself right and to jail Taven, despite being unimpaired, was increasingly appalling.
I play college football, I told you that. We get tested every Friday.
Okay.
Don't smoke weed.
Today's Saturday.
Okay? It's 30 days. We stay on your shit for 30 days. So if I did a test next week, I'd be off the football team. Dumb. Come on. Come on. I want that video too.
Okay, but I think you're impaired. I think you're under the influence.
You think I'm impaired?
Yes.
Well, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to talk to another officer?
Hell yeah, get him over here.
Recognition evaluation or a drug influence evaluation?
What's that?
There's an officer who checks your blood pressure, does a whole bunch of tests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I don't have to. Can I call my parents or something? Can I call my mom? Can I call my mom? Can I get in the car, dude? Alright, let's play. He said, I blew zeros and now he's accusing me of being on drugs right now. What's his name?
Can you hear me?
Officer Nathan contacted another officer, fabricating details about the entire situation. This deceitful move not only exposed the depth of his corruption, but also revealed a troubling attempt to manipulate the narrative and justify his wrongful actions against Taven.
Situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. I got 6 with me too. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. LOC is present. Finger to nose is bad. Modified Romberg was 38. I asked him. I said, I read him Miranda. PBT 000. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass. Would you want to talk to him, or? Alright, that's what we'll do then. Okay, but I obviously have enough to charge him with the sobriety, so I'll ask him and I'll let you know. Just start heading to the PD and I'll let you know.
Despite Taven registering a 0.0 on the breathalyzer, Officer Nathan chose to arrest him for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Ignoring the clear evidence and falsely claiming Taven might be under the influence of narcotics without any proof, Officer Nathan blatantly abused his authority. However, this misuse of power was far from the end of the story. Officer Nathan was about to get a dose of his own medicine.
Can I sit now?
Yep.
Stay standing, I'll get you out of handcuffs. Stand up and face the wall. Have a seat. So you don't want to do the drug recognition evaluation? You can do it.
Officers then transported Taven to the Newton Police Station, where he agreed to a drug recognition evaluation and a urine test at Officer Nathan's request. Officer Schinkel, a drug recognition expert with the Newton Police Department, conducted a second round of field sobriety tests and several physical tests, including a blood pressure test. Based on the results of these tests, Officer Schinkel concluded shortly after 2 a.m. that Taven was not intoxicated and was not showing any signs of drug or alcohol use, leading to his release without charges. It was time for Taven to humble Officer Nathan.
Officer, I wear shorts when it's 30 below. Congratulations.
So like I said, when he does, he's very good at these.
Right now you're being placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated, okay?
He does the same ones I do, the same way I offer him to you.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's around here.
Can I talk to him?
If you want, I was just gonna take you home.
Okay, yes, I just want to speak to him.
Okay, I'll when we get outside, I'll see if he's busy, and he can come out and talk. He would like to speak with you and Nate. Okay.
So, I just want to know, like, how does it feel?
How does it feel for what?
Remember I told you when you first pulled me over?
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
You're on drugs. You drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not on any of that.
Okay.
Really dumb decision by you today. I'm really disappointed in how you can't bite your drug
I
test.
based my decision on your field sobriety tests.
Was it really failed though? It was pouring outside. It was terrible cement. Okay, but like I set up low right away. As I'm a citizen here, I love doing cops. You're probably a good guy, right? You're probably a great guy. And I'm a good guy. I don't have any record, and you do that to me. Like there's other guys probably out in Newton right now, not
I'm
over.
not saying there's not.
And you waste your time with me, and someone's mom could get killed right now. You don't know, but you got me
Unlikely, but
yeah,
possible.
And it was unlikely I was drunk.
All of your indications from the time of stop.
My breath didn't smell like weed. Didn't smell like alcohol. This don't smell like alcohol for sure, so I couldn't find any other way to do it. You wanted to arrest me.
When I offered you the drug recognition influence evaluation, you said no. So I had to go off of what I had on field sobriety.
Okay. But we just gotta do better than that. We just gotta do better than that.
I deserve an apology.
And in our final case, a corrupt officer's abuse of power is exposed with the help of 2 YouTubers.
You're blocking traffic,
yeah,
sir.
Bro. I'm doing my job.
Okay. We didn't say nothing
now,
to you.
Pero since you're here,
we didn't say anything.
Okay, no importa, pero now I'm saying it to you. Since you're here, I want to see both of you IDs.
What?
What? Is this a joke? No, it's not. Do I look like I'm playing?
Can you call your sergeant?
Both of you IDs. It's in there.
Is this a lawful order?
It is.
How is it lawful?
Because I'm giving it to you.
Listen,
okay. So let's talk about late. Your hands behind your back.
You're being
With your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
Put your hands behind your back. Come here.
I don't have ID.
I have a set of handcuffs for you.
I don't have ID. For what? What are you handcuffing for?
Wait, call your sergeant. Call your sergeant.
I will.
What's the crime?
I will.
Relax.
What's the crime? What are you doing?
What crime did I commit? Can you tell me? What crime did I commit? Relax.
Don't worry about it. Come over here, Baba. You're right there.
What are you doing?
Stay right there.
What's your name and badge number? Don't break my. What are you doing? Breaking my arm.
Statute 901-151.
Okay, let's continue listening. Come over here. Have a seat. You sit on top of him.
No.
Yes.
This officer is the prime example of what they call a tyrant. He is so ignorant that he doesn't even know the law. The worst part about him is that he is totally oblivious to his corruption. Watch what he does when the auditors ask him why he handcuffed them.
Okay, I have a question. Why did you throw us in the back seat?
Because no los iba a tener en medio de la calle por gusto ahí.
Papi, estamos en la acera.
Sí, pero you guys were handcuffs for my safety. No los iba a tener ahí para que fueran un espectáculo. No, vamos, papi, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, all kidding aside. The one who dictates how I do my job is me, not you.
I didn't take nothing.
Okay, so why did I put you in the back of my car? Why did I put you in the back of my car? Because I wanted to. Thank you.
Wanted to? Can you repeat that?
Why did you let us go?
Paying me for what?
Because I wanted to.
Why did you let us go?
I wanted to.
You know you.
Vamos, a esperar ahí en el quesito.
Why did you let us go?
Because I have nothing to hold you for.
So you're telling us we can't? No, we're good, bro. All right, guys. So this is what you get. Miami's finest. What happened? If he's coming, we'll wait. But if he's not, if he, well, you know, you can.
I don't know when he's coming. I
you
requested it in front of
you. You can tell him to leave. That's cool. All right, guys. This is what you get. Miami's finest.
This is why we do what we do, guys. This is why we do what we do.
Papi, let me get it only in Dade.
Yeah, sure, man. El nombre quiere?
Only in Dade.
Only in Dade.
It's just like taking the back of the cop car for walking right here and just filming this like this. And he called us to the car. We went to go see what he wanted to, and he asking us for ID.
All right, guys, we got released. We're here on 47th Avenue. 47th Avenue, Northwest 7th Street, Miami Police Department. This officer went crazy. He released us. He looked up the statutes. He couldn't find anything to arrest us for. He had to let us go. Bro, he looked for every law to charge us with.
For every law to charge us.
They're coming, wait, they're coming. No se vayan.
Come on, papi, there wasn't no need for this.
No se vayan. Para que le cuenten a esa gente, papu. Para que le cuenten a esa gente, para que me dé paufado, así mismo. Ay. Tú le dices how bad I
He
was.
broke his phone, bro. He broke Ragamonkey's phone, dog, as he was detaining him and putting him in handcuffs, dog. I was already cuffed right here in a matter of 20 seconds.
I broke his phone. Oh my God, I broke his phone.
We don't come try you guys like that, bro. But you guys look for the hate. You guys earn the hate. You look for the hate. You look for the hate, Papa.
Do you hate me?
You look for the hate.
Do you hate me?
I hate you because you're a bad cop, bro. You're a bad piece of that's what you are.
Do you hate me? You want me to cry? You want me to cry? You want me to cry? Okay.
Papi, why are all you bike cops like that?
Eh?
We went to Wynwood and all your bike cops, they act the same way.
Just look at the officer's carefree attitude. It seems like nothing in the world can affect him, and he is somehow above the law. This is what qualified immunity looks like.
This was walking right here. And the car that he had pulled over had drove away minutes before we got here because we were over there filming, walking all the way down here. So there was no interfering with no traffic stopping. That's not our law, dog. First of all.
All right, guys, so we're here with Officer Uncle Fester.
I've been told other things. Come on. Try.
Is this something? You just did something for nothing.
you look like
gonna get you in trouble, bro.
Really?
Okay, bro. You think that we don't play around, dog. We don't play around, bro.
You saw I don't play either.
Papi, I'm inspecting.
You saw I don't play with that badge.
You
saw play around with it.
You saw I don't play either.
You don't deserve to have that, papi. You don't do that stuff.
Listen, you're
innocent people that are walking by here.
Traffic. You're blocking traffic with no lights.
You don't even got your lights on, bro.
You don't have your lights on, man. You don't look. You got a car behind you. Put your emergency lights, man. Unprofessional guys, man. Unprofessional department.
I really don't do that.
At this point, you would expect the sergeant to be sensible and admit that his officer behaved badly. But no, the sergeant defends the officer. This just shows how corruption is not limited to an individual. It actually goes all the way up.
What's going on, Sarge? LT, we got a huge problem with this officer right here.
You want to tell him or I tell him?
Yeah, we need to file a complaint on this gentleman.
Why don't you tell me what happened, man?
Okay, we were walking by like this. Look. This. Check it out. We got here. He calls us to the car.
Why don't you stand over here where I can hear you, man?
Just letting you know what's going on. We get right there. The car you have to go over and he took away. We're walking down from the street to the car. And enseguida, he just tells us, I need both of your IDs right now. But what crime did we commit? But we're not ID for what? We're walking by the film, bro. You get out the car and say, either puts me in handcuffs, throws me back in the car, along with this guy. Just because he wanted our information, bro. On my wrist for no reason. You guys know.
Even worse. Because if he did that to regular citizens, we do this. We're used to this.
Let me ask you a question, though. When he asked for your ID, did you give it to him?
I don't give
no, we
Joey's have to give your ID.
No, that's not the law.
Statute 901-151, unless I commit a crime about to or had.
That you guys always see it from your side. You don't know if on the radio, and I don't know.
You haven't seen the video. We have the video.
Talk, man? Are you gonna let me talk? Okay. You don't know if they just put out a bolo right now for a guy wearing all black. You don't know, right? Do you know? I'm just asking. And I don't know if that's what happened. But the problem is you guys got to look at things from our perspective, okay? When something happens and an officer asks you for ID, you can't be like, you don't got no reason. You don't have PC, you don't have, why are you stopping me? You don't know, man. That's why you guys got to do what you're told until you, no, listen to me. I'm telling you, this is how it works. This is 100% how it works.
Yeah, that's why we're all here.
Because
so
when
we're out here, we're not going to jail, right?
Well,
he paid a smart move, and he didn't.
Because whatever happened, he decided you weren't that time. An officer is conducting an investigation. You got to do what you're told, my friend.
You're sitting on the road.
You are not the person that decides that.
Officer, you don't know the law. You're just talking. You don't know anything, bro. You just.
And this is the problem that you guys have.
You don't know what you're talking out of your.
Police
we're looking at it by the law.
The law, sir, the law, 901.151.
Then add me to your complaint.
Read me a statute.
My name is Lieutenant Carpenter. My badge number is 0867.
Your ass needs to be fired.
Exactly, because I know what I'm talking about.
You have no idea what you're talking about. All you know is the.
The court.
You want
see
the
who
internal
wins.
affairs directions? You need to know.
I know. We know internal affairs, sir. We know internal affairs.
Yeah. All right, sir.
So you're gonna take our complaint?
You tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and add me to it.
All right, we need to file a complaint for discourtesy on this gentleman, for battery on this gentleman.
The sergeant wanted to hear nothing of it. He was offended that the auditors said he didn't know the law, and anything else they said went right over his head.
Okay, but I just told you what happened, and you're not listening. So
you have to listen to something that's not true.
Okay, so like I said, so then add me to your complaint and go to internal affairs.
Bro, you're a waste.
Have a nice day, sir.
You're Uncle Fester. Get away from me, bro.
See how you're acting? That's why you get into trouble.
Fake ass Danny DeVito. Sir, we have First Amendment protected activity.
First Amendment, free press. You guys need to look that up. We gotta go to a call. Have a nice day.
Go do some real work. Papi, mira. Go do some real work. Go do some real work, pal.
Go with your homeboys, bro.
This guy's like 5'2".
After being detained by the corrupt cop, the auditors decided to protest the Miami Police Department. And let's just say that the police did not take it as seriously as they should have. The auditors head straight to the Miami Police Department and initially meet a cop who seems to understand their concerns.
Camera. We were just unlawfully detained by a crooked cop, so we're here to protest the police department. Miami PD.
Good. How's your night going? Good.
Ma'am, let me explain to you what we're doing. We were unlawfully detained by a crooked police officer about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So now we're here to protest the police department.
Why? Yeah. His name is Rubio.
We were filming just like we were doing
Walking
here.
by the sidewalk and he handcuffed us, threw us in the back of the car car. I had my wrist off. Sorry for the language. That's all.
I'm sorry. So let me ask you a question. Why should we respect police officers?
Yeah, this you guys who earned the hate. I'm not saying typically you personally. Go ahead.
Why should we respect cops?
Because not all cops are the same. You could come up to me and talk to me anytime. But I wasn't there, so I
yeah,
can't
you're right.
say
You're right.
What he did or didn't.
I agree.
All right, we wish all cops were like you.
Yeah.
But do you have an issue with us peacefully protesting the government?
Absolutely not.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Mind you give me your name and badge?
Yeah. Jones.
What's your badge number? 3472. Have a nice night, Jones.
All right, guys. Rago Monkey, Joey Surreal Camera, peacefully protesting the crooked Miami Police Department. We're here at the police station. And it's a safe space. As you can see, it's a safe space. Look who it is. We meet again, ma'am.
What is she douche?
Nah, she's alright. She's cool. She's cool. We're peacefully protesting the government. No, we're protesting the government.
Okay, so call the sergeant. Call the sergeant. Thank you.
And yeah, hurry up.
The auditors asked the receptionist to call the sergeant. They already know that the sergeant is going to side with her corrupt cops. But this just helps us see how corrupt these cops are and how bluntly they defend their corrupt power.
This is an LGBTQ safe space. I'm a member of the community. What services can you provide for me? Well, this is a safe space and I'm afraid, so I need some safety. What can you do for me? Okay, so I can sit down and stay here all day until I feel safe? Okay. All right, guys, this police department is an LGBTQ safe space. Nobody knows what that means, but she said I can stay here all day until I feel safe. Miami PD.
How many you want, man? All right, guys.
We're gonna need you to be a little more courteous. What's your name and your badge number?
Actually, Sergeant Style, 43163.
Okay.
Why ain't they not out here? They're supposed to be, for real.
I'll check it out.
All right, Sergeant, listen, we're peacefully protesting the Miami Police Department. We were unlawfully detained by a crooked cop 15 minutes ago. That's why we're here giving you guys attitude. So we need you to come out and take our complaint.
I mean, you asked me for
No. Now we changed our mind. Now we want to verbalize our complaint. Yeah, make that happen. You, ma'am, why should we respect police officers? So I don't respect you. You got an issue with that? Crooked cops in Miami Police Department. This is what you get. RBF, do you know what that is? You know what RBF is? Look in the mirror. Listen, I changed my mind. Why should I respect cops?
It's up to you, man.
This is a terrible department with a terrible reputation. Your cops are unprofessional. You need an attitude adjustment, and so do your cops. I don't like your attitude. You're very condescending.
We just got detained for no reason for filming in a sidewalk. In less than 20 seconds, he came up and he detained us in the back of a cop car and made him sit on top of me.
Yo, she has to be like him. That's the only way you get stripes.
Sorry?
The only way you get stripes is by supporting dirty cops in this department. So you're just like him. I'm telling you.
In about 3 days, look up Joey's surreal camera. You'll see the video in 3 days. It's gonna be exposed. It's gonna go viral. How bad you guys look, bro.
And your face, RBF. Look in the mirror.
At this point, the officers are desensitized to the complaints. You can see it in their faces. They have learned to ignore all criticism and be lost in their delusions of power. Just imagine how many other people that cop harassed, and how none of them would have received any justice because the whole system was corrupt.
Hello, how are you, sir? You're not gonna agitate us.
What do you mean? We don't want you to be professional.
We are being professional. Have a nice day, sir.
Have a bad night. How's that?
Okay, well,
Just for not following policies. Real simple. You're interacting with me. Name and badge number, man. Don't look bad in front of a camera. No?
You know I'm friends with the chief, right?
Tell him we said what's up.
What's your name?
You can read, right?
Well, you covered up with a jacket, sir.
Yeah.
How's it covered up with a jacket that I'm wearing?
Mr. Turner.
Hey, it's not damn. Some of my viewers can't read, bro. Be professional with your policies, bro.
Mr. Turner wants to be a smarty. Triggered.
Ego, poof. I don't like that shit, man.
Alright, man, let's get out of here. They're good sports, bro. We're a little ball here, but it's okay.
Need some butt cream, man.
Get you some of mama's cooking, boy.
And that's a wrap. These cases show just how powerful everyday people can be when they push back against corrupt cops. If you enjoyed watching citizens give these officers a taste of their own medicine, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.